Goddess of war and wisdom. Does it please you, I wonder, to watch your city on the verge?
You have the habit of appearing the moment I need you. What a power I may wield.
Is there ever a time you don't need me?
Good point.
The drunk politician you had me take home? We ran into a bit of trouble.
That's terrible. I'm glad to see you're okay.
Yes. Thankfully, we both made it out alive.
Oh, I see. Thank you for telling me.
You seem disappointed.
I'm just impressed you were able to save the both of you.
You said you needed something?
Ah, to business already. Fine. It's simple, really. There's an item that holds great sentimental value I'd like you to retrieve.
What do I need to find?
It's an Olisvos. If you saw it on the ground, even you wouldn't bend over to pick it up. But it means so much to me. To hold it again would mean more than you know.
That seems a bit emotional, even for you. You've gone soft.
I'm anything but soft, I assure you.
Focus, Alcibiades. What is an Olisvos?
It brings pleasure. When my body grows too tired after a long night, having one of these can let the fun continue.
You're a big boy. Get it yourself.
I sure am. But there's a small chance the woman who has it won't exactly be happy to see me again.
There has to be a story behind this thing.
When you see the Olisvos, you'll know. When you have it in your hands, against your skin, when you feel the weight of it, you'll know.
Every time we talk, it seems like you're about to sleep with someone. Or want to. Or you've just finished. Is this woman the most recent one?
Who said I slept with her?
It was a safe guess. How do you find time for anything else?
Determination, mostly. There's a closeness you can only feel with someone in those moments. Who wouldn't crave that?
I'll get the Olisvos for you.
There's a small chance the woman may wish to keep it for herself, to spite me. It may be best to go unseen and hurry back. She lives east of here.
Don't worry. You'll have it in your hand soon. It's made out of stone. I guess that could work.
Έναν εξάδελφο γέροντα, ως της Ορεσίμους, λέγει όμως ότι η συμμορία την άπη περιοχή φαρπάζουσα ύπνους
Ah, that's it in your hand. You brought it. It's different than I remember it looking. And much bigger, too. She's going to miss it.
This was never yours, was it? You had me steal it.
We didn't just steal an Olisvos. We stole a family heirloom and a husband's confidence. Without it, he'll be focused on his wife instead of his business. I think she'll enjoy the change of pace.
So it is sentimental. Just not to you.
The only thing that matters is you retrieved the Olisvos and helped me a great deal.
And what about me?
Now, we wash each other's backs, don't we? There's a reason you never turn me down, after all. How about I show you how these Olisvos can make all the difference?
You know you've made me curious. Let's try it out.
I knew you'd be open to it.
Oh, that was... something.
It's different, but you'll get used to it.
Ah, I hope you're right. Best stay out of sight.
Τι συνέβη μόλις?
Pretty bird.
Όμοια βλακεία ακούγονται.
Walk away from here now! You're not making this better.
Don't come any closer! I see Just die!
They'll be watching for me. I need to be careful.
A power I wield indeed. I told you last time I thought I could summon you when needed. And it has happened yet again.
And for what this time?
My friend here needs to be taken to the sanctuary of Elefsis, near the border of Mecharis. He'll finish the trek across the border on his own.
So, do you want to lie to me now or later?
Whatever do you mean?
Is this friend of yours actually a friend? I'm not going to find out they're a wanted criminal or they don't actually want your help, am I?
I'm hurt that you jump straight to accusations. A relationship must be built on trust, after all.
Fuck you, Alcibiades. To get trust, you have to prove you deserve it. And you've lied to me more than once.
You and I have different views of trust, nothing more. I've kept things to myself, but never to hurt you.
Let's get to it. I'm just supposed to take your friend across the border.
Yes,
Nothing else?
carefully if you can. Avoid roads, people, be invisible. My friend must be kept safe.
I'll make sure he's safe.
I'd hoped you'd say that.
Every time you ask me to do something secretly, someone dies. What is it this time?
Not everyone was born with your beautiful muscles built for, well, everything. Some of us work better by avoiding fights. This time, that's all I ask.
There are lots of safe passages through these parts. Tell your friend to go alone.
He could, but imagine if something happened and you saved him. Imagine the things I'd do to show my gratitude.
And why do you always turn to me?
You've proven yourself worthy. Plus, I like watching you walk away.
We should be on our way.
He needs to get to the sanctuary of Elefsis. It isn't far, although it may take you longer than usual.
It won't be a problem.
I'm glad we aren't going by sea. You said you were blessed by dogs.
It'll be trouble if I'm spotted here.
Watch out! Slow down!
We should stay on the safest route possible.
Ella.
Με εκτός ομιλήν.
That's better. I was starting to get sweaty under that hood.
You're a woman.
Nice of you to notice.
Alcibiades said...
Exactly what I told him to. It was safer that way. I owe Alcibiades a lot for his help, and for trusting you with my life as well.
Enough lies. Tell me what's happening.
I said I was a man, so nobody would recognize me. I needed to escape my husband unseen.
And you trusted Alcibiades?
No one escapes my husband. He'd find me. It's been tough. I'm not sure I would have lasted much longer.
So let me guess. Alcibiades owed you a favor, or now has some scheme where you owe him?
I'm not sure what you mean. He didn't ask anything of me, and I've never known him to do so. I know many people he's helped at the expense of nobody but himself.
I'm glad I could help.
Please give Alcibiades my thanks. I only wish I had more to offer him. And you, for the help. I'll never forget either of you.
Better stay hidden.
The sun and moon combined could not grant the beauty that my bride-to-be was gifted. If the gods blessed me, they did so with one eye closed. But their eyes were wide open for her.
Please stop. Your poetry is sweet enough to make someone vomit.
I won't stop until the whole world knows how I feel.
So, you're in love.
Yes, the wedding nears, and there is so much to be done.
If you need help, I'm here for you.
Accepting before knowing what I ask of you? That's a rare surprise. I do still need a few things. Food for an offering, a ring, and some flowers. If you could bring them to my bride, Iris, she'll make use of them.
I've known you for a while now, but you've never mentioned Iris.
There's plenty I haven't mentioned. I'm sure you could say the same to me.
So what is it about Iris that turns you into, well, what I saw?
You're not jealous, are you? Don't worry. She's very open. I suppose that's one of my favorite things about her. The openness.
So, flowers, a ring, and food. Where can I find Iris?
She should be at the altar of love. Aptly named, don't you think? Oh, and don't be too taken by her beauty.
I think this would be a nice enough offering.
Ανυπόφορον στην ώρα. Καλώς. Πιστεύω. Φέρε την άμαξα στο ίσο.
Vamos! Let's go! There it is. Here it is. This area will be well defended. These flowers should be good enough for the wedding. Hopefully this jewelry is up to Alcibiades' standards.
Let me guess. Alcibiades sent you.
He did. How did you know?
He has a skill for making others do things he doesn't want to. On top of that, he prefers if those people are attractive. He's so predictable. It's what made this whole thing so easy.
I don't care what you're doing with Alcibiades or why. He asked me to give this to you, so I am.
If I can give you some advice, you do well to be like me. Find someone with greater means than yourself. Make them love you. Reap the rewards.
How can you treat someone like Alcibiades that way?
Oh, please. If anyone deserves it, it's Alcibiades. Surely you've noticed. The obsession with sex, the lies, the drinking.
So lying to him is what he deserves?
Of course. And it's not like he'll get nothing in return. I mean, look at me.
And what if I tell Alcibiades all of this?
Why would you? You've seen him. He's happy. And I'll make sure he stays that way. There's nothing wrong with me getting something in return. But it's your choice. Thanks for helping with the wedding.
It's all done.
Wonderful. So, what did you think about Iris?
You found a good one. I can see what you like about her.
I knew you would. Even though nothing could change my mind about her. It's always nice to get confirmation from others.
You can't marry her. She told me she's using you for her own gain.
Is that so?
It is.
I knew she was special. To think I wasn't able to catch on. I can't wait to marry her. I'm glad you and I were able to work together, Cassandra.
So what was all of this for? Everything you had me do couldn't have been for nothing.
Everything I do has a purpose. I'd like to tell you what that is, but it's too risky to share. Just know you've made things a lot easier for me.
Glad I could help. I think.
You will be. You'll know one day that what you did was for the greater good. Thank you.
You'd better stay over there!
I should watch my step around here.
kids.
They're dead. And you must be Midon.
He doesn't speak.
So I've heard. I'm here to find out why.
Chrysis did this to him.
I thought he did this to himself.
To prove his loyalty to her.
Now, why would Chrysis want an elder priest to cut out his tongue?
Midon is a caring, generous man.
I want answers from him, not you. Tell me about the Spartan woman and her baby.
He can only answer yes or no.
They said she had a baby with her. Was it hers?
The baby was close to death when they arrived. Midon prayed for its life.
The Spartan woman, was her name Myrine? You saved the child. No.
He did everything he could, but the baby was badly wounded.
Do all sanctuary priests take their servants to bed?
I am not his servant. We share a sacred bond.
Sacred. Right. Did she tell you where she was going? I know why Chrysis made you cut out your tongue. The night my mother brought my brother here, you and your priests left him for dead. And Chrysis didn't like you telling the story.
That's not what happened!
What do you know? You're too young to have been there.
He told me the story many times before that witch stole his voice. He tried to save the baby, did everything he could. I don't believe you. Dead. How can my baby be dead?
I don't know what to tell you. You were lucky he survived as long as he did. That fall was devastating.
My baby! My baby!
Listen, there's nothing we can do for you anymore. You'd best be on your way. Ray is here.
They're gone. They're both gone. He wept for that Spartan woman so far from home. Her baby barely recognizable, hardly breathing.
Tell me, please. I need to know.
Not even Apollo could save the child. Midon told me how the Spartan woman wept, held the baby in her arms, sang to him, before finally leaving him to the gods.
Chrysis took the baby, didn't she? And she made you cut out your tongue to hide the truth. Where is Chrysis? I see. Chrysis possesses every tongue around here. I'll find her on my own then, and cut out a lot more. Ride, Phobos! Έλα. Socrates' notes are well guarded. Why? The mighty Tyrants. Built by the Cyclopses. Or so the legend goes.
I imagine it? Where did that come from?
I'll check the body.
Feeling a little cold, mistios? Now that's weird.
Hey, come here! Get away!
Running away, cowards?
I see her!
Why won't you die?
Death is close! Get away from me! I see you, rabbit!
What are you doing here?
Hippocrates sent me. Your commander stole his notes, and I think you have them.
The ones written by the great Hippocrates himself? I'm sorry. They were burned in the last attack.
What?
You heard me. The medical tent was burned. At least I memorized the notes before we lost them. I'll transcribe them when I have time, or when the war subsides.
Then you'll have to come with me. A patient Hippocrates is treating will die without your help.
I have a patient right here who needs my help.
Can't someone else take care of this one?
I'm the only doctor here. Now let me work.
There isn't enough time. I need you at Hippocrates' camp now. hunch was a bit hasty. But I couldn't wait forever. Neither could Hippocrates. How's the patient, Hippocrates?
I couldn't remember the proper steps for treatment and you were gone so long.
Where am I? What's going on?
My friend here, Cassandra, brought you to help me with a patient, Dimas.
I went to see the priests first. I had to find out about my mother.
A worthy pursuit, though it cost this man his life. The payment we should seek is the preservation of life. A good doctor puts the needs of his patients first.
I have learned a lesson today. I will take some time and write down what I remember of your notes, Hippocrates.
Hippocrates, I'm sorry the patient died. But I still need to know what happened to my mother.
Come with me. We should talk. The importance of diet to maintaining one's health cannot be overstated.
What good can one apple really do?
Well, taken daily, they can keep the doctor away. But to more serious matters. I know why you're here. You're looking for your mother.
You remember her?
I was young then. I didn't know how to help. I turned her away. But her look of determination and despair was burned into my mind. It has never left me, and it never will. After, I swore to Apollo that I wouldn't turn away another patient. That I'd dedicate my life to the cause. She made an impression on me. Your brave mother did.
She would be happy to know that.
I know something that may help you find her. I swore I would never tell anyone about Dolops and his past, but I owe this to your mother.
Who's Dolops?
He was a priest who dedicated his life to helping orphans. It's possible he remembers that night long ago. Maybe he would know something about your mother and her child.
I'll go see this man. Thank you, Hippocrates. man Hippocrates mentioned, but he's hiding.
Go away!
Calm down. Hippocrates sent me.
The great doctor is concerned for my health?
Yes. And we need some information.
Tell him... someone tried to kill me.
Kill you? He said you worked with orphans. That's why I'm here.
That was long ago. Now I'm just a farmer.
And I'm Amisthios. If I stop this killer, will you speak with me?
I will.
Tell me what happened.
I was on my way home when a man dressed in black attacked me. I ran as fast as I could. Once I reached safety, I thought I heard wolves. Maybe they scared him away.
Are you hurt?
No. Thank Ira.
Why would someone attack you?
My neighbor thinks I'm bad luck. He may be right.
There's a difference between insulting someone and attacking them. What else?
I'm behind on my rent. I think my landlord wants to get rid of me and find a new tenant.
I'll find out who wants you dead.
It was my neighbor or my landlord who attacked me. But you can't punish someone unless you know they're guilty.
I'll be back when I figured it out. Then, we're talking about your past. I'm looking for the person who attacked Dolops.
I saw it happen. His face was covered, but I'm sure it was our landlord. He lives all alone and hires soldiers to protect him. He has to be hiding something.
Thanks for letting me know. This knife has seen better days. Like something a poor farmer would use. This armor is broken, but it was valuable. If it belonged to the attacker, he's either wealthy or very lucky. Did you see someone attack Dolops?
Yes. It was terrible.
Who did it?
I couldn't see clearly, but I think it was that bull-headed neighbor of his. He must have finally snapped.
Thanks for letting me know. This black cloth is fine enough for a king. Would do well as a mask, too.
Mistios! You scared me.
I know who did it.
What do you think? Who tried to kill me?
It was your landlord.
Of course. He wants me out of the way.
I'll take care of him.
Be careful. He's dangerous.
Let's hope no one notices.
For no one! You are really putting up a fight! Gotcha!
Yeah! Your landlord is dead. He was a lot more than that, though.
He was one of those people, wasn't he? I can't. Please, take this. You might find it useful. You wanted to know something.
Hippocrates said you used to work with orphans.
I did, but Chrysis drove me away.
So she did? Where did you last see her?
In the woods near the sanctuary of Asclepios. But that was many years ago.
Where do you think Chrysis is now?
I can't be sure. But she used to pray at the altar of Apollo Maleatas. That's where she decided which children to train and which to let die.
How did you come to work with Chrysis?
I didn't have a choice. She's my mother.
Chrysis kept you a secret.
My birth brought shame to her. I could never redeem that.
What was Chrysis doing that was so terrible?
She would take the children and teach them terrible things. Turn them into spies and even soldiers. I couldn't take it anymore and left.
At a secret meeting in Delphi, I overheard Chrysis mention a great warrior. Could these children have been part of her plan?
So she did see the Oracle. Oh, yes. Chrysis spoke of building an army with a champion at its head. It must have been for her associates. The masked ones.
You have done your duty to Ira. I'll deal with Chrysis.
Hush, my child. May Ira bless our sacred family.
So Chrysis is the key to finding my mother. I must find this altar of Apollo Maleatas. Ah!